Hello, good afternoon again. Welcome again to English class. So I hope you will enjoy the assignment that we did yesterday. And today, uh, let's learn more about August. So first of all, I need to ask you, what do you learn about the word of yesterday? Which was the word of yesterday? Was significant. Just to make a review about what is a significant word, so don't forget it. What was significant? The significant has an action. It's something that you are doing and it's significant. It's something that you do, something that you feel. And do you think that August is a significant person? Answer this. So I hope you could answer. And now let's go. So the word of today is, let's see it, groggy. Do you know where is groggy? Groggy, what's groggy? So let's go. I will give you now the meaning of groggy. What is groggy? So the word groggy means that you cannot behave normally because you are tired or sick. Now, let's see an example. When I wake up, when I wake up in the morning, I'm often so groggy that I can't walk in a straight line. I feel like I'm still asleep. So you wake up and you feel, oh, I'm groggy. Ugh, I got a headache. I can't walk. I don't feel good. So you feel groggy when you are walking around or when you are running, when you go to run and you run like 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, and you feel, Mom, I'm groggy. I can't continue. So that's groggy. And now let's see how this word has a meaning in this reading of today. Let's go. So today, let's learn about how August came to life again. Let's see. Let's read. So please pay careful attention to the explanation that we're going to tell you today and the answer that we're going to read. And I will give you some details about how the story is getting developed. So let's go. I like when mom tell me this history because it's made me laugh. It's made me laugh because the mom tells him some history. So so much. He makes me laugh. She makes me laugh so much. It's too funny in the way a joke is funny. But when mom tells it, Bia and just start cracking up. So I was in my mom's stomach. No one had any idea. I will come out looking the way I look. Mom had Baya 4 years before. And that had been such a walk in the park, mom's expression, that there was no reason to run any special test. About 2 months before I was born, the doctors realized there was something wrong with my face, but they didn't think it was going to be bad. They told mom and dad I had a cleft palate and some other stuff going on. They call it a small anomalies. A small anomalies. So here something is happening to Aldo. There were two nurses in a delivery room the night was born. One was very nice and sweet. The other one, mom said, I did not seem at all nice or sweet. She had very big arms, and here comes the funny part. Here, here comes the funny part. She kid party. Like she'd bring mom some ice chips and then fart. She shakes mom, blood pressure, and fart. Mom says, it was unbelievable because the nurse never even said, excuse me. Meanwhile, mom's regular doctors wasn't on duty that night. So mom got stuck with his cracky kid doctor. She and that nickname, Doggy, after some old TV show or something. They didn't actually call him that to his face. Mom said, I even thought everyone in the room was kind of grumpy. That kept making her loud all night long, all night long. When I came out of Mom's stomach, when I came out of Mom's stomach, August was funny. She said the whole room got every quiet. Mom didn't even get a chance to look at me because the nurse immediately rushed me out of the room. That was in such a hurry to follow her as he dropped the video camera, which broke into a million pieces. And then mom got very upset and tried to get out of bed to see where they were going. But the party nurse put her in very big arms and moved to keep her down in the bed. They were practically fighting because mom was hysterical and the party nurse was yelling at her to stay calm. So the nurse was telling her to the mom, stay calm, calm down, relax, 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 don't be angry. So, and then they both start screaming for the doctor. But guess what? He had paint right on the floor. So when the party nurse saw he had paint, she started pushing him with her foot to get him to wake up, yelling at him the whole time, what kind of doctor are you? What kind of doctor are you? The mom expressed, get up, get up. And then all of a sudden, she let out the biggest, loudest smile far in the history of farts. Mom thinks it was actually the fart that finally woke the doctor anyway. When Mom tells this history, she acts out and the part, including the farting noises. And it is so funny. It is so funny how the monks stay and how the monks become like angry, hysteric at that moment. And the nursery and the doctor was trying to calm her, calm down, relax. So mom says to the party nurse, turned out to be a very nice woman. She stayed with mom the whole time, didn't leave her side even after that, came back and the doctors told them how sick I was. Mom remembers exactly what the nurse whispered in his ear when the doctor told her probably wouldn't live through the night. Everyone born of God overcome the world. And the next day, after I had lived through the night, it was that nurse who held Mom's hand. When they brought her to meet me for the first time, it was a very nice moment when the month comes to meet August. Mom said, by then, they have told her all about me. She has been preparing herself for sake of me. But she said that when she looked down into my tiny, mushed up face for the first time, all she could see was how pretty my eyes were. It's really nice. When the mom saw August, the first thing that saw was her beautiful eyes. Amazing, incredible, very nice. Mom is beautiful, by the way, and dad is handsome. Bia is pretty, in case you were wondering. So this is really nice at the moment when he born. So let's go. Christopher houses. Ooh, Christopher houses. I was really bummed when Christopher moved away 3 years ago. We were both around 70. I used to spend hours playing with our Star Wars action figures and dueling with our lightsabers. I miss that. You know what is lightsabers? Playing Star Wars? Nice. So I played that too when I was a child. Last spring, we drove over Christopher's house in Bridgeport, and me, Christopher, were looking for snacks in the kitchen. And I heard Mom talking to Lisa, Christopher's mom, about my going to school in the fall. I had never ever heard her mention school before. What are you talking about? I said. Mom looked surprised, like she hadn't meant for me to hear that. You should tell him what being thinking, Isabel. That's it. I was on the other side of the living room talking to Christopher's dad. We should talk about this later, said Mom. No, I want to know what you were talking about, I answered. Don't you think you are ready for school, Aggie? Mom said. No, I said. I don't either, said that. Then that's case closed, I said, shrugging. And I sat on her lap like I was a baby. I just think you need to learn more than I can teach you, Mom said. I mean, come on, Aggie. You know how bad I am to fractions. What's cool? I said. I already felt like crying. Beecher Prep right by us. Whoa, that's a great school, Angie, said Lisa, painting my knee. Why not be a school? I said. Why not be a school? I said. That's too big, Mom answered. I don't think that would be if a good fit for you. I don't want to, I said. I admit. I made my voice sound a little babyish. I don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Dad said, coming over the lifting me out of Mom's lap. He carried me over to sit on his lap on the other side of the sofa. We won't make you do nothing you don't want to. But I will be good for him, Nate, Mom said. No, if he doesn't want to, answered that looking at me. No, she, if he's not ready. I saw Mons look at Lisa, who reached over and squeezed her hand. You guys will figure it out, she said to Mom. I always have. Let's just talk about it later, said Mom. I could tell she and Dad were going to get in the fight about I wanted Dad to win the fight. Throw apart, me knew Mom was right, and trust is really was terrible fractions. So what we can see here is that Agus was like talking with his friends and Mom that all his friends were going to school. And Agus was thinking, oh, I will go to school too. And the parents didn't told him about that. So now let's continue knowing more about August. Now let's go with drawing. Drawing. It was a long drive home. I fell asleep in the blanket like I always do, on my head on Bia's lap. I like she was my pillow. A towel wrapped around. She said, Belle, so I will draw all over her. Bea fell asleep too, and Mom and Dan talked quietly about grown-up things I didn't care about. I don't know how long I was sleeping, but when I woke up, there was a full moon outside the car window. I was a purple night, and we were driving on the highway full of cars. They were driving on the highway, in the highway. In the highway, there are a lot of cars, and they were driving. And then I heard Mom and Dan talking about me. This is interesting. We can keep protecting him. Mom whispered to Dad, who was driving? We can just pretend he's going to wake up tomorrow. And this isn't going to be his reality because it is Nate. And we have to help him learn to deal with it. We can just keep avoiding situations that no sending him off to middle of schools like a lamb to the slaughter. That answered angrily, but he didn't even finish his sentence because he saw me in the mirror looking up. What's lamb to slaughter? I asked sleepily. Go back to sleep, Angie. That said softly. Everyone will start at me at school. I said, suddenly crying. Honey, Mom said. She turned around in the front seat and put her hand in my hand. You know, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. But we spoke to the principal there and told him about, and he really wants to meet you. What did you tell him about me? Was asking August. How funny you are, and how kind and smart. When I told him you read Dragon Rider when you were 6, and I was like, oh, whoa, whoa. I have to meet this kid. Did you tell him anything else? I said. Mother smiled at me. Her smile came and hugged me. And Mom hugged, hugged, hugged August. I told him about all your surgeries and how brave you are, she said. so he knows what I look like. I asked. Well, we brought pictures from last summer in Monte. That said, we show him pictures of the whole family, and that's great. So shot of you holding that flounders on the boat. You were too. I have to admit, I felt a little disappointed that he was a part of list. We both talked to him. Yes, that's it. He's really nice man. You will like him, Mom added. Suddenly, it felt like they were on the same side. Wait, so when did you meet him? I said. He took us on the tour of the school last year, said Mom. Last year, I said. So you've been thinking about this for a whole year and you didn't tell me? Ooh. August was wondering about this because August was going to school. Nice. We didn't know if you even get Angie. Answer no. It's very hard school to get into. There's a more admission process. Ooh, I didn't see the point in telling you and having you get all worked out about unnecessarily. But you are right, Angie. We should told you when we found out last month that you got in, said that. In hindsight, sighed Mom. Yes, I guess. Did that lady who came to the house that time have something to do with this? I said, the one that gave me that test. Yes, actually, said Mom, looking greatly. Yes, guidely. Yes. You told me it was an equal test, I said. I know. Well, that was a white lie, she answered. It was a test you need to take to get into the school. You did very well on it, by the way. So you lied, I said. I was lying, but yes, sorry, she said, trying to smile. Always a no. But when I didn't smile back, she turned around in her seat and her face forward. What's a lamb to her daughter? I said, more mom sign and gave daddy's a look. I shouldn't have said that. Dad said, looking at me and rear view mirrors. It's not true. Here's the thing. Mommy and I love you so much we want to protect you. Anyway, we can. It's just sometimes we want to do it in different ways. I don't want to go to school. I answered, folding my arms. So August was making a test to get in the school, but he said, I don't want to go to school. Maybe I'll go next year. I answered, looking out the window. This year will be better, said Mom. You know why? Because you'll be going into 5th grade, and it's the first year of middle school for everyone. You won't be the only new kid. I'll be the only kid who looks like me, I said. I'm going to say it won't be a big challenge for you because you know better than that. Ooh, this is becoming amazing. You know better than that. So you'll make a lot of friends and you'll learn things you never learned with me. She turned in her seat again and looked at me. when she took the tour and know what they had in their science lab, a little baby chick that was just hatching out of its egg. It was so cute, and it actually kind of reminded me of you when you were the little baby with those big brown eyes of yours. Oh, that's nice to have brown eyes. I actually love when they talk about when I was when I was a baby. Sometimes I want to curl up into a little tiny ball and let them hug me and kiss me all over. I miss being baby, not knowing stuff, but I was in the mood of that now. All of us we want to be a baby again. Well, we can know. That's how August feels. He doesn't want to go to school. I wanted to be a baby again. How about this? You can at least meet Mr. Tushman before making your mind. Ooh, read. Mom asked, Mr. Tushman, I said. He's a principal. I answered, Mom. Mr. Tushman, I repeat, I know, right? That answer, smiling and looking at me and re review mirror. Can you believe the name Angie? I mean, who in our earth will ever agree to have a name like Mr. Tushman? Aggie was asking that. That Mr. Tushman was he was, he was the principal. Okay, that's good. I smiled, even thought I didn't want to let I didn't want to let them to see me smile. That was the one person in the world who could make me laugh, no matter how much I didn't want to laugh. That always made everyone laugh. Angie, you know, Angie who is August. Angie. August is the month when the school starts, and Angie is the month, the name of it. You know, you should go to that school so you can hear his name said over the loudspeaker that said excitedly. You can imagine how funny that will be. Hello, hello, Punky Mr. Tushman. He was using a fake high, old lady voice. Hi, Mr. Tushman. I see you are running a little bit today. Did your car get rear end again? That I bummed. I start laughing. No, even because I thought he was being that funny, but because I wasn't in the mood of staying mad anymore. Could be worse, Doc. That continued in his normal voice. Mommy and I had a professor in college called Miss Butt. Mom was loud enough too. Is that for real? I said. Roberta Butt. Mom answered, rising and her spear bobbing mud on her hot cheek. Said that. Nate, said Mom. What? She had big cheeks, and it's all I'm saying. Mom laughed and shook her head at the same time. Hey, hey, I know, said that exactly. Let's fix them up on the blind date. Can you imagine Miss Butt meet Mr. Tushman? Mr. Tushman, here's a Miss Butt. They could get poor Mr. Tushman, answered Mom, shaking her head. Angie hasn't even met the man yet, Nate. Who's Mr. Tushman? Who's Mr. Tester? Bea Grogley. She had just woken up and his principal school I answered. So as we know, this has been a very nice experience that Angie has lived in August at the moment when she go to school. And now, how it refers to the word of today? You know that which one were the word of today, right? The word of today were groggy, were groggy, because Angie feels sad and feel groggy because she didn't know to go that she was going to school and it was amazing for her, but no at all because she didn't want to school yet. So guys, thank you. I hope the story will like you so much. Please, whatever question that you have, let me know in the platform and I will read them and I will answer you. Please answer the question that will be in the platform and I will upload also these pages for you to read it and understand them very well. Thank you so much. Take care. I love you. I send you a hug and see you tomorrow. Bye bye, guys. Take care.